Hey everybody, and welcome to Misscliks D&D Devotion.
Hey!
Hey! How's it going, guys?
Great.
Fantastic.
Good thing this is the first time that we're trying to stream so far today.
Yes, yes. You know, the way that your cameras are and the doors next to you kind of looks like you guys are in the same room because you've got the same white wall extending from your room to her
Yeah.
room.
That's cute because we're siblings. We share a room.
Yay!
Yeah, in case you guys have never watched before, this is Misscliks D&D Devotion, but as you can see, we're missing two of our normal players. Usually we play siblings and those two play our significant others. It's a whole connected web.
But we kicked him out.
Yeah, we needed some family bonding time because Levan Pink is working hard on her game at Ubisoft and Trump is trying to rack up those Hearthstone championship wins. So it's us, and we're doing a special sibling short. So Neil, where are we? What are we doing?
Well, we're going to kind of pick up where we left off from last week, but the other two players have gotten distracted with something. I think maybe the remaining members of Secundus got themselves into some sort of trouble, and so Olivia and Ransom went off to solve their problems for them, as typically gets done, leaving the two siblings in Bridgelight for a day or two together. Before we actually get into game, I had some backstory questions for you that will be pertinent, and so I wanted to discuss them.
Okay.
So, before the game started, in the prehistory of the game, Kess had previously had a boyfriend, right?
Yes, Levan.
Right, and that was Kellen's friend.
Yep, his best friend.
So let's talk a little bit more about, what was his name, Levan?
Levan.
Leventh.
As in 11th, but without the E.
Right.
As in leaven bread with a lisp at the end.
Excellent. So Leventh, tell us a little bit about him. Who was he?
Well, he was another elf, so already, our parents loved him. And he was a very, very smart character. Probably pretty much the eye candy of all the elves. Because not only was he best friends with my brother, who's not bad on the ladies' man, and then he dated me. But he's very, very talented. I would say, was he a musician? Yeah, I didn't think so because I think all did that.
He was a percussionist, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think we grew up with him, like we went to school with him. And I don't know what the equivalent of this is in elf years or elf culture, but he was like one grade above me. So not tons older than me, but just a little. Like growing up, he was kind of my example,
Got it. Okay. How did he die?
We talked about this. It was like a traumatic incident.
Disease.
Oh.
Right. Disease.
Yeah, it was a rare disease that took him really slowly.
Yeah, that was really rough.
Yeah, because we had to watch him kind of go downhill, and we knew it was coming, but we were still trying to search for a way to help him, but we never could. And
did Leventh ever get himself into trouble? Is he a bad boy elf?
I think he was mischievous. Like,
yeah, in a fun way, though.
Yeah, like he was kind of a trickster, but he wasn't doing really bad or evil things. Yeah.
Okay.
Like Kellen is the more kind of straight-laced one, and he would kind of like tease a little bit and like make mischief.
Light bags of poo on people's door, but didn't go around mugging people.
Right.
Okay.
But he also was very helpful too. He did good things, good deeds around. So he was well liked in the community.
Yeah, I see him as kind of like a caretaker. Like he was someone who was always looking out for the little guy, or like, he caused a lot of mischief, but it was always in good fun. Like he'd always make sure everyone was okay.
Yeah. And he had that same appreciation for life that I do. And he kind of also taught me more about that, which is where I get it from.
You sound really far away from your mic. I don't know if that's fixable. There you go.
Okay. Better?
Yes, much better.
Okay. Sorry. This mic decides when it wants to work or not.
Okay, so you guys are hanging out in Bridgelight together when you see the front door to the tavern you're standing in open, and who should walk into the door but Levanth's younger sister, Gibli.
Gibli. How well do we know Gibli? Was she around growing up too?
Gibli was considerably younger than Levanth. Like 10 years younger in human years. So you guys definitely know her, but she was always the younger, almost childlike kid running around.
Mm-hmm.
But this has been some time, of course. So you see Gibli walk on in, looking around a little bit starstruck, but then immediately spots the two of you and scurries over in your direction.
And where are we now? We're in Bridgelight.
You're in Bridgelight, in a tavern there.
Which one? Have we been to this one before?
Let me get out my notes. Got lost in the shuffle. You've only been to a few taverns in Bridgelight. Most of your Bridgelight time has been spent doing other things. That is not my notes. Where am I? No, you have not been to any of the taverns here in Bridgelight. This place is called the Donut.
The Donut.
The Donut.
I nudge Kess and I'm like, is that Gibli?
Oh my gosh. It is.
Gibli is making her way to you guys as quickly and quietly as possible. Not trying to attract too much attention, but is scurrying a little bit.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
As she is coming up, though, emotions kind of wash over me a little just because I'm reminded 11th at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of stop in my tracks. I'm not smiling, but I'm not frowning. I'm kind of in that in between, oh my gosh.
I just respond warmly. I'm like, Gibli! Oh my gosh, Gibli! And I'm like a little tipsy. I'm running over to her with my arms open. I'm like, little sister, oh my gosh, it's been so long. Where the heck have you been?
Hi there, Kellen. She gives you a big hug and moves to give Kess a big hug.
I snap out of what I'm doing, think my thoughts, and I give her a really warm, big hug. It's it's good to see you, Gibli.
I had heard that you people were out here in this part of the world. Some people in a few other towns told me that they had seen a pair of singing elves come by, and I figured it had to be the two of you.
Yes, we travel around and play, just like always. What brings you out here, dear? This is far from home for you. Are you okay?
Physically, yes, but so the other day, a messenger came to the house, delivering a message from the human lands. She says, looking around her a little surprised. It wasn't actually a message for me. It was a message for Levanth. I figured
my eyes perk up.
Whoever sent it didn't know that he was dead, so rather than just not respond, I decided to go pay the person a visit and explain to them that Levanth had died. And anyway, I went to talk to the person in a town called High Meadow or something like that. It was just on the other side of the bridge and down the road a ways. And when I got to the place where the note said to meet him, They were a couple of armed brigands with knives. I don't know what they wanted with 11th, but they ended up chasing me. I got away, just barely, and I was hoping to find you. I heard that you had come in this direction for some sort of thing, and I just started looking in every tavern in town until there you are.
I grab her and hug her really tight. Oh my gosh, you poor thing. What's for you? Oh, I wish you didn't go there alone, but I'm glad you were able to escape.
Kellen does that like puffed up, like, don't worry, little sis, I'll protect you posture. And he's like, you're our sister. No one's going to mess with you now. Don't worry. What did that message say? What did they want?
Yeah, do you still have the letter?
She produces the letter that's been kind of folded carefully in her pocket and hands it over to you. It just says, 11th, we need to meet again. And then, what's the tavern name in High Meadow?
Again? I don't... I get this confused look, and then I look to my brother. Did you remember 11th ever meeting somebody out like this? I don't.
Neil, do I remember us ever having gone to High Meadow?
I don't think you two ever went to High Meadow together, but you didn't spend all day, every day. You know, he's had his own life, and when you guys would travel, he'd be on his own and vice versa.
Well, I never went there with him, but, you know, a man's got to go where a man's got to go, so who knows? Maybe he did.
Yes, but involved with someone dangerous? That doesn't sound like him.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's very confusing.
Very. And I look stumped.
I think it's... Yes, you were told to meet at Frank's Famous Tavern in High Meadow.
We've been there, haven't we?
You have been there.
We played there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, Frank's Famous Tavern. We know Frank. Let's go tell him these goobers are trying to hurt our friends.
Okay,
well, they're not.
Let's go.
They followed me out the door. I managed to get away, but they were on my tail.
You were in there.
They were in Frank's?
They were in Frank's. They looked like... I mean, they saw me coming in the door, and they got up and walked towards me right away. I started leaving, and they called after me, calling after 11th in my direction. I think the people that he was going to meet with were going to stab him.
Why would they think you're 11th? You're
Because
not
I was
a
probably
man.
the only elf in the room.
Oh, yes.
Racist.
So racist. Well, let's go back. Do you remember what they look like?
Mm-hmm.
Remember what they were wearing?
There were four of them.
Maybe Frank could identify them, I'm sure. We should go check this out. Let's go. And I immediately walk to the door with everybody.
Okay. You guys get to the door and head out. It is middle of the day-ish in Bridgelight as you make your way back towards the bridge that would cross over into High Meadow.
We tell stories about remember whens with 11th.
Do you have a remember when? Will I get some music queued up?
Remember that time when we were on a bridge like this and 11th pushed me off of it and I was so pissed. But then
I went up and pushed him in too.
That was so funny. He looked so mad.
Yes, because you know he didn't like to get his hair messed up.
His hair was pretty sweet, actually.
It was. He
that
always took a very good care of himself.
Yeah, that like so dark black that was like almost blue color. It was like crazy.
Okay. You make your way through the town towards the bridge when Gibli stops you with a hand on your leg and points towards the bridge where there are 3 human males walking in your general direction. You know, they're coming across the bridge. None of them have any armor on. None of them are carrying any weapons. Maybe a knife at their side. Can be kind of hard to tell when they walk. But they're not heavily armed or armored.
Are those the guys that chased you?
She nods. Yeah, those are 3 of the 4.
What do you think we should do, brother?
Let's pretend that I'm 11th and see what they do.
Okay. We walk up to the men. Walk by them.
They kind of stop as they spot you coming towards them. and move off the bridge, kind of down the coast a little bit to a more discreet location along the lake.
We walk down and follow them down there.
All right. They come to a nice stop, and the three people on either side come to meet each other. One of the men speaks up and says, "Got a little explaining to you to do. What's with running off in High Meadow?"
Well, this is my little sister, and you guys are idiots and can't tell a little sister from myself. So she probably ran away because she was scared of you because you guys look really scary and are waving
What the hell are
knives
you
around.
doing sending your sister?
She wanted to go to Frank's Famous, man. She just wanted to have a drink. I wasn't there yet. Chill.
What is with you chasing her off anyways? Why
Are
is
you
that
guys-
how you greet everyone?
Are you guys racist?
Who the hell are you? They say to Kess.
I'm Cass.
She's a famous singer. Haven't you heard of her?
One of them goes, there have been a couple of elves cruising around. Kess and Kellen or something.
Yeah, Kellen's busy. He's really cool. He has other cool things to do right now.
They seem to nod in agreement as to the facts of the situation. The one who was speaking earlier speaks up and says, "So, 11th,
Yeah.
do you still have the potion?"
Well, what if I do?
Look, bygones can be bygones. You didn't bring it to us before. I'm sure you had your reasons, but things have changed and we desperately need it now.
Well-
What potion is this for? I look confused.
I look like I understand completely what potion it is, but I see her and like, yeah, she doesn't know. And I look to them like, do you want to explain it to her?
They don't look interested in explaining it to her. 11th, can you dismiss these children? We have real business to attend.
Whatever business you have with him, you'll have to deal with me here as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is my business manager. She has two jobs. She's a famous singer and she's a business manager. She's just really smart. So she has to be present for all of my transactions, especially if it involves potions. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to let bygones be bygones. So why should I?
What do you have to let go of? You're the one who stole it from us.
But when you say stole, like, I mean, are you sure that's the right definition of what I did?
We paid you to retrieve it, and then you never delivered it. That is the definition of stealing. And we paid you.
Oh, I guess I kind of remember that now, yeah. So when, just for my records, because I need Kess here to write it down, when about
Get out a pen and paper.
when about did you send me with that potion to get that potion?
Don't play coy now.
I just need to make sure because I go to get a lot of potions, so I just want to make sure that I have the right one that's yours.
Do you remember the time in the crypt?
I've been in a crypt a lot of times. You have to be more specific. Was it like a year ago? Like 7 years ago? Like, I've been in some crypts.
The crypt in High Meadow with the old Count's tomb.
But like I go there a lot. So was it like how many years ago about?
Probably like yesterday to you, but for us it was a decade.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense, yeah. Okay, well, see, the deal is, I don't have the potion because I'm not 11th because 11th died probably from being infected by some stupid thing that you guys drug him into in the crypt. And you guys are racist because you just believe every elf is the same elf. So you guys should be ashamed of yourselves and leave poor little sisters alone. Doofuses.
Wait.
They look shocked.
A count? Like a vampire?
And then they draw knives from. One of them had a dagger on his side. The other had knives tucked in their shirts, and they reach in and pull them out.
I
serious?
I roll my eyes at them like, seriously, I'm not even the person that you have a problem with. You guys are super rude.
One of them says, "Jeff, they know too much. Get rid of them." And let's roll for initiative.
Yeah.
I draw my side.
Do we know if Gibli knows how to fight at all?
No, she looks terrified. Gibli's the equivalent of like a 14-year-old kid. Wait, how old are you, Kess and Kellen?
We're
14.
We're the equivalent of like I'm 23 and you're like 21 or something.
Yeah, so Gibli's actually close to 12.
Oh, she's little.
Yeah, she's real little. What her parents let her do traveling the human lands alone is, you know,
Beyond me.
that is no way to raise a child.
No. All right, I get out my throwing daggers.
None of this free-range child breeding stuff. Can we get a initiative roll from the party members, please?
Sure thing.
Thank you.
I need to find my... There we go.
10 and 11. Okay. Two of these brigands go first. One of them leaps towards Kellen, wielding his dagger, which is a 6 to hit. Not very good.
No.
The other one takes a slash at Kess with a knife, with a 5 to hit, which is even worse.
You guys suck at knife fighting. Go home.
Kellen, it's your turn.
I guess like, there's no real benefit to me to... Oh, I guess there is. So they're in melee range with me now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to throw my dagger, but now I'm just going to stabby them with my dagger.
Cool.
And so... I don't have a to hit, so that just means a flat d20 then?
Sure, you're
No,
level...
you should have a +2. You should have a +2, right? No,
+1
every
to
other.
hit. Yeah.
Yeah, because every other level. So we have
Right.
a +1.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I didn't have that noted.
Ooh,
14.
Nice. You stab the man.
For 3 damage.
Okay. He takes the blow to the chest, winces in pain, but does not go down.
Only if I'm throwing them, then I have 2 per turn, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, I go to hit the one that she just attacked. Or he just attacked.
Oh, you double critical him.
Sick.
You clear by 10, and it's more than a natural 18. So please roll me
Oh.
triple damage.
Triple.
Triple.
Get it. That's my sister.
All right, you run this guy all the way through with your scimitar.
You
He
mean
slides
my size?
your size. You run him all the way through with one of your size. I guess it like goes through his neck or something in a critical point.
Arr!
He
Get away!
slumps off the back of the sai as the third guy backs up and runs, leaving his one companion engaged with Kellen.
Can I run and chase that guy down?
Sure, let's roll initiative.
Okay. Wait, don't I get a second attack? Dual wielding?
Yes, you're dual wielding. You can actually make a second attack at the person standing next to Kellen.
Okay, but if I want to chase the other guy...
No, you wouldn't get a... You can make 2 melee attacks, but you don't get an extra move.
Okay.
You can run, but you can never be true to the love in your heart.
13 is a successful stab on the guy next to Kellen.
Oh,
A grazing blow.
I slash his wrist.
Ouchies.
Initiatives, please.
Ooh.
Ooh, very good, Kellen.
I guess, do I...
Ooh.
Alright.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Kellen goes first.
All right. Well, I get 2 attacks if I throw, but I can't like very well just throw something at someone who's in melee range.
No, he's right next to you. That's the problem with melee.
If you want to attack the
missile.
guy running,
Yeah, I think I'm going to. So I actually, when I say that thing about you can run but you can't, etc., I just go and throw daggers at him. But I don't know if this is possible, but I'm trying to incapacitate but not kill him.
So if you want to incapacitate him, you can make an attack at a penalty of 4 to hit to try and like hit him with the back of the dagger instead of the front of the dagger for non-lethal damage. But it's a pretty hard penalty.
Well, I'm down with wounding him. I just don't want to kill him.
do we know how many hit points he has? Because we killed the one.
Right, you killed the one.
I don't think I could kill him with 2 daggers. So.
Well, if you get him to below 0, you can just bind up his wounds and treat him, and he'll recover.
Sure. Okay.
So I'm just gonna let loose 2.
Do it.
+1. Ooh, 18. That'll work. I think that's D3 for the throwing daggers. Yep. 1.
They should be D4 for throwing daggers. For daggers to throw. Oh, hold on. I might be looking at the wrong table.
For dagger melee, it's D4, but for throwing, it's... Oh, it's 2 different kind of daggers. That's why.
Yeah.
My throwing daggers are the ones that have more range, but they're less damage.
Right, okay, cool. 1 point of damage to him. He is slightly wounded.
Do I need all that range? How far away is he?
He's not that... right, he's maybe 100 feet from you right now. So you probably do need a good amount of range on
Okay,
you.
so I'll keep using those daggers.
Yeah, why don't you throw your second one?
No.
Ooh. Yes.
Oh. never mind.
All right.
I'll get that later.
The guy who you threw your daggers at keeps running. As
Can
he
I
goes next.
Throw my size at him.
Ooh, sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
Do I take it? Same thing though, right?
Size are they're not meant for throwing. So we're gonna give you a slight penalty to throw your sai, like a -2.
Okay, so roll D20 plus 1 minus 2 though.
Right, and then +2 for back attack. You both would have actually had +2 for back attack, which means Anna, your 18 would have been a 20, which would have actually been a critical. So why don't you roll an extra D3 damage?
With pleasure.
Ooh,
3!
very nice. Okay.
Doesn't that hurt? Don't you want to stop running?
So if I get a -2, I just don't add the 2, so just my normal roll.
Right.
11.
That is a hit in his back. Roll me some damage.
6 points of damage.
Your sais do 6 points of damage?
That's what I have down.
Okay,
Do they
sure.
not? I thought they
I'm
did.
just surprised. I thought that we said sais were like daggers and did D4. But
Uh-oh.
maybe
I have a
I'm...
D6. Maybe I'm wrong. I just looked up what I did before.
No, well, we'll take it for now. You hit him in the back with a sai, and he drops to the ground, leaving just the one guy right next to right next to Kellen.
Initiative again?
No, he didn't get his turn yet.
No.
He decides to bolt. You guys have both thrown all the weapons in your hands, so you don't get an attack of opportunity on him. But he
Can't
turns.
we just grab him?
No, you wouldn't get it. No, you only get attacks of opportunity if you have a melee weapon.
I have a fist.
He
So
turns.
my weapon's a melee weapon.
Yeah, but you just threw it.
Threw it.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't. He turns
I
and
only threw one though. I only threw one. I
That's
still
true.
get one more attack. That's
go
right.
ahead and make an attack of opportunity as this guy runs.
So what do I get for attack of opportunity?
You
Plus-
get a flanking bonus because his side is to you as he runs past you.
plus 2.
Just +1 for side, +1 for level, so 2 total.
No, dang. Get wrecked.
Roll double, triple damage again, Cass.
7 points of damage.
All right, he runs. You stab him in the side, and he stumbles into the lake, and then just kind of floats there, turning the water red around him.
I run out after him, and I grab him up and pull him out.
All right, you start fishing
Go get
him
the
out.
other one! I yell back.
You hear the whistles of the town guard blowing. Clearly, your fight has been spotted by other people. Kellen, are you patching up the other guy who you wounded?
Yeah, but I'm like binding him to him, tying him up.
Okay.
And I bind the one that I killed.
Sure. A few moments later, the town guard shows up in force, finding these 3 dead humans or dying humans surrounded by 3 elves who are bloodied, some with their own blood, mostly with the blood of their enemies, and armed fairly heavily. And the guards immediately set about kind of squaring off with you guys as if you're the dangerous threat here in town.
Don't worry, it's fine. We have quelled the threat. We had these dangerous men chasing this poor innocent girl, but we have controlled the situation. Don't worry. We'd like to interrogate them, and then we're willing to just turn them over to you.
The guards are a good 15, maybe 20 feet away from you with spears out, pointed in your direction. They look a little offset by your casual tone considering the bodies around you.
I use all of my persuasion to just, it's fine, don't worry, we got it. Glad you're here, but we have it under control. Just like calm them down.
And as I'm pulling him up, and I agree and confirm what Kellen's saying.
So do I do a
My
charisma check?
persuasion.
Yeah, give me a charisma check there, Kess. Or Kellen.
Come on, don't let me down, charm. Yeah. Good enough?
Let's see.
I also accompany with what he says. So
What do you
should
say?
I roll?
No, tell me what you say first before you roll.
Okay. Yes, they attacked her, and so we had to take care of them, but they're down now. And as I'm pulling them up, they pulled knives on us, and I just start talking about what they were doing.
A few of the nearby people step over and start giving their account of what happened. One of the people says that Kellen was the first straw weapon. A few of the others say, no, definitely the humans pulled some knives. I wasn't really paying attention, but I saw them draw first. But they seem to get the picture after a little while that you guys may not have been the instigators of this violence. And while the constables are here, the kind of trying to sort everything out, Kel Bell arrives on horseback, seemingly summoned by the other town guards in town around.
This doesn't count as a favor. We had this already.
Yeah.
She pulls up in her horse, looks over the area, and kind of trots into the circle where you guys are, surrounded by guards, and says, "What's going on here? You killing people in my town now?
They
Yes.
attacked us, Cowbell.
Why'd they attack you?"
They confused us with another elf that they had a problem with because they can't tell one elf from another.
Who's this other elf?
I mean, he
was my old boyfriend who passed away years ago. And I kind of get a sad face.
I don't know why they had a problem with him, but they did. And we didn't kill him. We just kind of like incapacitated him. So we'd really like to ask him some questions about our old friend, if you wouldn't mind.
Sounds great. She nods to one of the soldiers nearby. Bring the bodies back to my keep. I will see to them there. And
Thanks, Cowbell. You're the best.
she rides back with you guys while her minions pull these corpses into her keep. And why don't we take a break here, and when we come back, we will see what happens with 11th on the other side of the break.